Bite the bullet to supersize and grow your business. How many people have bullets laying around their house that they can bite on? I actually happen to. Don't judge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today, let's talk about the expression bite the bullet. How is biting the bullet? What the heck does that mean with respect to supersizing and growing your business? Well, it means a lot. The expression is, of course, been around since the 19th century when soldiers on the battlefield needed operations and the surgeons would have to operate on them with no anesthetic. And so in order to reduce the screams and not interrupt the surgeon, they would bite on a bullet. I'm sure they didn't have bullets like this. I don't even know what kind of bullet this is. My eyes aren't good enough nowadays to see it, but it was in my jewelry box, so I grabbed a bullet. Don't ask, long story. So what does biting the bullet means? It means, of course, to prepare for the unexpected, prepare for something that we expect is going to be very painful or unpleasant. Prepare with courage and know that how we respond is important, especially in our businesses. Why? Number one, because it sets the example and sets the tone for the rest of the organization. When we're building our business and growing our business, everyone is always looking to us as the leader and the owner. How do we react to challenges and obstacles and painful things that have to be done? In our businesses, it's up to us to always not only set the tone, but set the direction. Sometimes the decisions that we make, and we don't always make them by ourselves and in a vacuum. Sometimes the decisions that we make are painful for other people. If we have to downsize or lay people off, it's generally painful, not only for the people that are laid off and downsized, but for the people that are doing the laying off and doing the downsizing. I was in corporate America for 25 plus years, had to let people go. One situation, I had to let 26 of my 30 employees in one department go in one day. They had to all be let go in one day because, and it was an INS thing, but I had to then figure out, well, what the heck are we going to do to run a department of 30 with a department of 3? And that was extremely painful, not only because the people that had to be let go had been great long-term employees for the organization, and I knew the impact that was going to have on their families, but also the pain that it left behind for the few of us that were remaining that had to still make sure that everything that needed to get done got done. Had to shut down and make the decision to close businesses before. Very painful, mostly from an ego sense of feeling like a failure because we shut something down. But things change, economies change, times change, and we don't always, when we're in the early stages of our business or young businesses, set them up for long-term success. And some businesses shouldn't be around long-term as changes come in the environment and in our laws and with technology. We want to stay abreast of that if we want to grow and build a great supersized business that positively impacts the world. We need to change right along with it. Now, a couple of the biggest things I've learned from the painful changes or the painful times that I've had to bite the bullet and do something were, number one, I could endure a lot more pain than I thought I could. Now, both physical pain and emotional pain or challenge and stress. I also learned that the thing that I was dreading or the painful situation that I was building up in my mind was almost always worse than what actually happened and how it played out in real life, right? Our imagination tends to run more rampant with us with all the terrible possibilities and the end of the world scenarios than ever happen in real life. So the most important thing about biting the bullet, knowing that it's important to bite the bullet, is being the example, setting the example, being decisive, taking fast action, making sure that we're always moving our organization the direction we want to go. And guess what? Some of the steps that we take toward our big goals, they're going to be missteps. They're going to be mistakes. They're going to be downright failures because we'll go after a thing or a project or a customer group or a strategic alliance or something that is wrong for us. And we need to cut the cord, sever that relationship, and move on for the better long-term goal and strategy of our organization. So I'd love to know if you have examples in your life and in your career where you've had to literally bite the bullet, bite it. I remember needing kidney surgery when I worked for Procter & Gamble, and they didn't have an anesthesiologist. So I had to bite the bullet for an entire weekend, the holiday weekend, until they could fly an anesthesiologist in to operate on my kidneys. So That was very painful. But guess what? I lived through that. I've lived through all kinds of things. We always do. We are more resilient than we would ever have imagined. So bite the bullet. Bite the bullet today. Make that tough decision. Do that thing that you know you have to do. Maybe it's something as simple as disappointing someone or saying no to something so that you can do something else. Maybe you have to say no to your kids or your significant other about something. Maybe you need to end a relationship. Whatever it is for you, bite the bullet and do it. Because if you know the direction you're going or something you're doing isn't right for you and you drag it out, it just makes the situation more painful and worse for everyone involved. So share your stories about biting the bullet. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where did it come from? And how might you apply it to growing and building your business? Have an awesome day.